So, we've been introduced to a new conspiracy theory this week, Obamagate. There's no point in unpacking this theory here because it's bullshit and everyone knows it. But let me just give you a small breakdown if you don't know what I'm talking about, because I haven't seen this being brought up in YouTube. So, the conspiracy theory is that the deep state holdovers from the Obama administration have allegedly spearheaded the prosecution of Michael Flynn as a part of a scheme to undermine the Trump presidency. The story is so bullshit that Trump himself couldn't explain it when he was asked about it by a reporter. To be fair, Trump can never explain anything, but that's not the point. The point is that the important thing here isn't the bullshit scandal. It's the fact that the mainstream media have been giving it more attention than it deserves and are mocking this because they want to appear unbiased. So, why is the media talking about this? Well, because Trump is talking about this. And why is he talking about this? Well, so we don't have to talk about the fact that 85,000 Americans have died from the coronavirus. So that we don't have to talk about the fact that there's an impending recession, or the fact that the Senate passed a bill to extend the NSA spying on its citizens. And it was his guy, Mitch McConnell, that had added the amendment to the Patriot Act. And it was passed by the Senate, and this is literally a partisan issue now. And this has become a pattern now. The Trump administration / Republicans do something stupid or evil, and Trump defects to Obama or Hillary, and Fox News amplifies this message, and then the mainstream media takes the bait, and the average American is worse off for it. Let me give you an example of a tweet that epitomizes the bullshit lengths the mainstream media goes to just to appear unbiased, and then I'll talk about how this affects the average American. Axios tweeted, Biden's presence on the list could turn it into an election year issue, though the document itself does not show any evidence of wrongdoing. What the actual fuck, dude? Like, if an average person reads this, he'd think there might be something going on with Obamagate. Like, let's focus on the last part. The document does not show any evidence of wrongdoing. So why the fuck are we talking about it? The fact that everyone is talking about it has nothing to do with the veracity of the story. It literally just boils down to the fact that Trump wants people to talk about it. But there's a right way of covering this, and there's a wrong way of doing it. The wrong way of covering this so-called scandal is epitomized by the tweet we just read. Now, imagine if Biden launched a fake campaign against Trump and accused him of being on Ivanka and mentioned a document that had Trump and Ivanka's name on it. How hilarious would it be if Axios tweeted, Trump and Ivanka's presence on the list could turn it into an election year issue, though the document itself does not show any evidence of wrongdoing. Like, what the fuck, right? This is actually a political strategy known as zone flooding. The head of Breitbart News and chief strategist for Trump, Steve Bannon, reportedly referenced this strategy back in 2018 when he said, the Democrats don't matter. The real opposition is the media, and the way to deal with them is to flood the zone with shit. So what happens is the media finds themselves engaged in an endless game of whack-a-mole, debunking and explaining one false claim after another. But what happens is that when you repeat false claims, they become more plausible in the eyes of the public. This is what psychologists call the Illusory Truth Effect. So, if the media talked about Trump being on Ivanka enough times, some people would start to believe it. Even if the media said the story is completely false, they would still start to believe it. This is the power of the illusory truth. So, what do you guys think will happen? Will Trump keep on flooding the zone with shit and beat Biden? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time.